Welcome back. When Mayor-elect Eric Adams takes office in 4 days, he's going to be working alongside the most diverse city council in the history of New York.
Yeah, the council is shattering glass ceilings left and right with the most women elected to serve and a black woman poised to be the next city council speaker. Her name is Adrienne Adams, and she joins us this morning to discuss her priorities for her new role. Good morning and congratulations to you.
Good morning, and thank you very much.
Yeah, so first of all, when are you going to be sworn in?
The swearing in, we're going to have our first meeting. Our charter meeting is going to be held on the 5th of January. That would be next Wednesday.
Yeah, very exciting time. So when you were elected in 2017, did you ever think that you would end up here as the first black woman to serve as city council speaker?
Well, I did have aspirations. I had aspirations, quite honestly, since I stepped foot onto those steps of City Hall. It was a dream of mine to lead this body, and here we are today, some 4 years later, and it's an unbelievable honor.
Pretty amazing. As the city council speaker, of course, you can oversee the city's $100 billion budget. You're going to see how it gets spent. What do you consider right now maybe some of the biggest priorities for the city?
The biggest priority has to be this ongoing pandemic that we're all in the throes of still. We are watching right now Omicron take over the city, and we have to be very, very vigilant about getting our numbers down. The spike is causing long lines everywhere. I don't know about you, but throughout my district, there are lines. Every other block, we see lines waiting for people to be tested. So the priority is, number one, to get us out of this pandemic. And then, of course, we look at priorities for New Yorkers like housing and, of course, public safety. We look at those things will be prioritized in the council.
Well, you talk about COVID. Now, the recent COVID spike seems to have caught a lot of people, the city, totally off guard and without the necessary testing supplies, especially in testing deserts. Well, that's what we're calling them. So what steps can the city council take to address this issue?
You know, I think we've started taking those steps, and that is, of course, getting the testing kits to our communities, to our districts. We are doing our best to ramp up. We are looking towards getting more testing vans, testing facilities. I know here in Southeast Queens, where I live, York College will be a spot for testing. Come next week, please register and get tested. So that is what we're doing. We are expanding testing sites across the city.
We need it for sure. Let's talk about the battle brewing right now between Mayor-elect Adams and some members of the city council who are against solitary confinement, which he wants to bring back. Where do you stand on the issue?
You know, I don't think it's any secret that I am not for solitary confinement. There is a common ground here that we can reach, you know, as legislators with our mayor, and that is the goal, you know, to get to that common ground. I think that we all agree that solitary confinement is inhumane treatment. There has got to be a way to prevent the behavior, in my opinion, before we ever get there. If we're speaking about violent criminals, then we need to do something to address the violent behavior before the individual gets to solitary confinement. So I believe that we can get to common.
Yeah, you talked about public safety. That, you know, that's a total hot button issue. So it's also a top priority for Mayor-elect Adams. Do you believe the NYPD budget should be expanded despite all the calls for defunding the police?
Well, again, I oversee public safety, and I've made it no secret in oversight that I believe that the NYPD budget has been mismanaged. So we need to take a look at how that money is being managed throughout the department. I believe that Chief Sewell is going to do her due diligence. I said a while back before the commissioner was named that she has her work cut out for her. And I'm going to do my best, you know, to work with her in the department to take a look at the budget, where those funds are allocated, because again, I believe that it is a matter of management of that.
Let's talk about this one. You're in favor of legalizing basement apartments following those floods that were caused by Hurricane Ida in September. But the move's been stalled in City Council. It's been stalled for years. How do you plan on trying to make some progress along those lines?
That's a great subject for me, particularly because, I mean, basement apartments are no secret. Basement apartments have been around for decades, and it's just a matter of how they're regulated and legalized. People that live in basement apartments should not be vilified because they need some place to live. We're talking about students, single mothers, families, relatives of relatives live in basement apartments. We've seen devastation and death because of Ida as of late, particularly in Queens. We need to do something about that, and I am certainly in favor of moving legislation in the City Council to regulate and legalize basement apartments for the betterment of our housing issues, for the betterment of lives that can be saved and should have been saved prior to these, horrendous weather events.
Well, you certainly have plenty on your table. Big dish to take care of once you get in that role. Well, thank you so much, Queens City Councilwoman and incoming Speaker Adrienne Adams, making history. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Join us again soon. Thank you very much.